Good afternoon. We are doing Frary Peak with Clark again on December 31st of 2022. It's actually Sarah and I's wedding anniversary, so congratulations. And this is the winter hike, so we have to start way down here versus up there at this trailhead. So we have to walk up the road to the normal trailhead, and then we can start our hike. So this might add another quarter mile, and it's pretty steep. Definitely warm us up. So yeah, this is a good anniversary hike, huh? One we've done a bunch of times. And yeah, it rained a ton the last couple of days. Yeah, Utah's getting pounded with tons of snow and water. We recently did a hike yesterday with the kids called Donut Falls, and the snow was about 4 feet deep. Had to slide into a snow cave to go see a waterfall, and that was beautiful. So now we're back in the desert, you know, probably like 30 minutes away from our house. So it's a beautiful little hike. All right, made it to the real trailhead, not the winter trailhead, and that was 0.46 miles.
Whoa.
So that's almost an additional half mile today. So we're just hiking up to the communication tower, not the full Frary Peak hike. We're kind of pressed for time, of course, being New Year's Eve and other things to do and parties to go to, all that stuff. And from the communication tower to Frary Peak, it's a good hour round trip just from that. So we'll skip that. But coming back down though, in total it should be about 7 miles round trip. That's a good exercise, I think, for Clark and us.
Yep.
So, all right. It's about 41 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Hands are a little cold.
It's windy.
It's a little windy. We'll just hope the storms keep on coming. Hit California, hit us, hit the Southwest, I guess, huh? All right. Out of breath. All right, made it to the sign after warm-up hill. That takes you to Dooley Knob at highest point right there. Then 2.5 miles to Frary Peak. So according to my watch, we've gone 1.28 miles in 32 minutes.
Yep.
All right, time to take off this rain poncho or coat. Getting way too warm, and it just doesn't breathe.
Okay, keep going. Okay, Clark.
All right, we just put the GoPro on the dog harness one called GoPro Fetch. And it's just a dog mount. And Clark did okay, but it was starting to fall off a little bit, so we need to tighten it down. But hopefully there'll be some fun, decent footage coming out of that. All right, now we're hiking up the ridge. Just came through the cave there. That's what we call it, the cave. The Cave of Wonders. Now we hike up. All right, made it to the rest stop. The first break up here. About 1.5 miles from the summer trailhead, but we're about 2.25. But check out this cloud, how it's wrapping around. It's almost like it's a north moving cloud. It hits the island and it's getting split, and this is circling around it. It's creating a fog or a mist just right there.
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool. The trail is just right in front of us. Goes that direction. And 5 minutes later, look at this fog that's rolling on top of us here. The cloud is going right through us. All right, up and up we go. So our watches just said that we crossed 3 miles, and the 3-mile sign is at the communication tower. Clark's just running, but that means we have a 1/2 mile until we're there. So Clark's loving it. Clark's walking on top of the snow.
Like an elf.
You're like an elf from Lord of the Rings. There is a foul wind in the air. While the rest of them are trotting through the snow.
There is a foul voice on the air.
So we've been hiking for 1 hour and 50 minutes from that winter trailhead up to here. So probably another 10 minutes until we're there. Clark, what are you doing? And Clark's doing great. He's only seven months old. And he is loving the uphill, the snow sections. He's not cold at all. And there's the west side of the Great Salt Lake. And there's the communication tower, like 3 minutes away. That puts us about 2 hours and 3 minutes from the winter trailhead, which adds on another 1/2 mile. So not too bad. And there's Clark too, doing super good. Alright, we made it to milepost 3, but for us 3.8 miles actually. Oh.
Woo!
Good job, Clark, you made it. So Frary Peak is still another 1/2 mile one way that way, and round trip would take us more than an hour for sure. And we got stuff to do on New Year's Eve. Oh, Clark. Good job, Clark. Yeah, good job, boy. Good job. You did it. Yeah, you did. Good job. And happy anniversary summit. Get the views in and then head back down. Alright, time for a little sugar break. So my blood sugar's dropping a little bit. Do you want a cracker? A
Sure.
peanut butter cracker?
I need a cracker.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright, time to rest up just for a second. It's chilly up here. Yep, we're going down, Clark. Here was that cloud earlier that we passed. Look at this beautiful this afternoon, I don't know, setting. Very, very calm. There's no wind. I feel zero wind. It's calm, it's silent. And we made it back to the summer trailhead. There we go. That is 6.96 miles in 3 hours and 23 minutes to this trailhead. We still have another half mile to walk. So let's go from there. Whew, it's a doozy. Yeah. So how was that adventure for you?
That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Felt like it was way easier than last time.
Way easier?
Cold air.
Because the cold air helped?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clark did pretty good too. He still has a bunch of energy even after 7.3 miles.
Good stick, Clark.
Good stick find. Alright, well that does it from us from Frary Peak on Antelope Island in Utah here. So happy New Year's everyone, and we'll see you next year in 2023.